As I alluded to earlier in this session or this week's videos, we are really going to be delving into social media. But within firms, I would not be surprised if one or two of you did not end up within actually a social media command center. And here's a picture of Gatorade. And I tried to find videos, but for some reason, I guess they're just hiding their stuff from others. I don't know. Maybe they're competitors. Nothing was out there for like a video of a social media command center. And the command centers that I've been in, I can't go in anymore. But Gatorade Social Media Center is an example. And they've been doing this for quite some time. I think it's been since 2016 that they have been monitoring social media. And by monitoring the pulse of your customers and the people who are talking to you back and forth on social media, you can get ahead of essentially when the sentiment is diminishing. So it was such that years ago you wouldn't know that your client satisfaction was diminishing until you had a survey come back or surveys were sent out. Now with social media, you can actually start to think about that with social media monitoring. So when we consider this opportunity to monitor social media, we want to be able to understand that and ensure that our brand personality, and this is the last section for this session, our brand personality is reflecting as we want it to reflect. So what do I mean by that? So brand personality is actually something we can measure and we can monitor. And brand personality could be sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication, ruggedness. And what you're going to look at and what we're going to do is we're going to use a tool called Elwick, or I'll use a tool called Elwick, and I'll give you the results because I don't want you buying another software. And Elwick actually provides, and we're not going to be able to do this for your firm specifically. I'll have to use old data. Elwick actually provides brand personality for the firms based on the text contained in in whatever's collected. So you could take a blog, you could take a Twitter tweet, you could take a speech and translate that into words, into text, and analyze that. So Elwick is a text analysis tool, and you could even use this in your call centers to be able to understand what is it that we've represented as a brand personality by our representatives. It could go down to that level. And brand personality is something that we want to remain consistent and really want it to align to our own mantra, vision, and I keep repeating those words, but it's true. Our goals and objectives really rely upon how consistently we reinforce what it is that we stand for. And these are the 5 different types of brand personalities that we'll be able to assess. And I am going to give several different outputs from Elwick so that you can analyze those. And I'll give those to you this week, and I'll also put the instructions out there for this week, but it's not going to be due until the following week because I think I've given you guys too many assignments for this week. So along with that, next week we're going to be calculating brand equity, and hopefully if you have any questions, please use the GroupMe, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can, if it's a personalized question, please just send me an email via Canvas email. I'll put an announcement out there shortly, and have a great week.